And now we're going with the would you rather questions.
Mhm.
All right. So, would you rather be known for one specific song or for your music in general?
My music in general. I mean, being known for one specific song, it actually gets you to the top quicker. But it's always a curse being a one-hit wonder. I mean, I've seen like artists struggle with it.
Yeah.
There's an artist called Love. I don't know if you know him. He had a song. He had like a song which almost became a one-hit wonder. It was like a song on everybody's Instagram called "I Like It Better When I'm With You." That kind of song.
Okay. Yeah. Now I
So
know him.
yeah, exactly. And he was posting about it that he felt that this was his one-hit wonder and how he would ever overcome it.
Oh.
And so yeah, it's not a nice feeling. So
Yeah.
I'd
But
rather be known
sometimes,
for
or
my music.
sometimes, you discover, for me at least, you discover an artist and you just listen to one song that they
Mhm.
put out recently, and then you forget about them, and then I don't know, like months later, you're like, oh yeah, right, and then you're like, but then you don't just know this one song. You're like, well, I should dig deeper into the music.
Well, that's how the that's not usually that's not your fault actually. It's how the let's say the playlist system comes
Yeah.
with that. So you actually find a playlist with nice songs, and then you skip a few, and then there's an artist, and you only listen to that song from that playlist. You never save it, so
Yes.
you know the
Yes.
song,
What
but
I
you know the
also
artist.
Yeah, what I also recognized is that Spotify. I'm a huge fan of these song radios, and I
Hmm.
recognized that in the years it changed so much. Like now you see the exact same songs in every song playlist and every song radio. Like, come on! Before that, it was really like giving you the same vibes of that song, but now it's just like, yeah, listen to Troye Sivan's new single. Yeah, personally, my opinion, it is like that.
Yeah,
Um, no hate to Troye Sivan. So
I love him. He's a huge inspiration for me.
yeah. Um, yeah. Would you rather live in London or in Greece for the rest of your life?
Um, Greece. I'll tell you why. Um, Living in London has presented like lots of opportunities, and I always be grateful for that. But um, there's something about the city life in London that makes time go by a lot slower, and it actually from one hand, it's nice because you get to connect with lots of people,
Yeah.
but then the cost of life and the way of living is a little bit stressful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, where I told myself like I can live whenever. I don't mind. I can live here. I can live like in New York. I could live like in Sweden. I could live in Germany. Whenever. But I told myself when I want to retire, I just buy a tiny house with a farm on an island in Greece. I'll just stay there forever.
Why not? That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, I mean, uh, time goes by slowly, but at least you're like more carefree. Well,
Yeah.
now in the city in Athens, it's kind of similar to London, but on the countryside, it's a lot different, and that's
Yeah.
where I want to go.
Yeah. I also heard recently just from some friends who live like near Liverpool that they have the same energy of London. And they told me like, don't move to London, don't move to London. And I was like, I don't know. But like they told the same energy. And I'm
Mhm.
hearing that from a lot of people. And I'm like, well, I will question my plan.
Well, it's always nice to experience the
Yes.
city life of London and all the vibes and everything.
Yes.
And actually, Seven Seers started in London, so
Yeah. 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 When that was the question when I discovered you, I think one, two, I think it was 1 year ago. You lived still in London
Mhm.
and now you're in Greece. How did that happen?
Well, Actually, I came during the pandemic, during the first wave last year. Actually moved here. I didn't plan to move permanently here. So because of the pandemic, by June 2020, there were like 20,000 deaths in the UK, and Greece hadn't even reached 100.
Yeah.
So because of locking down early, so I was like, you know what, I don't feel safe here anymore. Um, so
Back
I,
home.
I told myself when the borders are open again, I'm going to travel to Greece just for the time being, see how it works out and stuff. So yeah, I came to Greece, stayed there in the summer. I met someone, and then but as time went by, I saw things weren't actually getting better in the UK, and I was like, I have to actually adjust, and I have to take my work home. I have to set up a home studio and work as a producer. I can't go to the studio anymore in
Yeah.
London. So it was a challenge for me, and I transferred my work. I contacted some of my clients, and I'm working from home now. If you want to continue working with me, I'm fine. I can still do it from home, and I
Yeah.
guess I adjusted, and I think I'm good. I'm at a point where I'm good. That's why I'm moving to my own place here in
Yeah.
Athens, and I can still work with people from all over the world, which is amazing.
Yeah. That's because of the technology.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, okay. So your music is kind of like it's really like sounding like from the 80s.
Hmm.
So are you tired of this sentence?
Well, no, not really. I mean, I've always thought about evolving my music, like going forward with it, like abandoning the 80s. It's not something it's not an easy thing to do, because people that like my music like it before, because there's some sense of nostalgia um,
Yeah.
in it. But I like experimenting, and that's what I did with my album.
Yeah.
So my album actually shows that there has been a lot of experimentation in it, and especially there's one song on the album that actually there's one song that doesn't sound like a Seven Series song, and there's another song that's a little bit on the pop side.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
I'm
yeah,
excited.
it's subtle changes, not like huge changes. It'd be like, oh, he changed styles, so I don't like him anymore. It's not that kind of thing, but it's more like some a little bit evolution.
Yeah. All right. So I thought about the question, would you rather live now and make 80s inspired music or actually live in the 80s and make your music there?
Probably I'd live in the 80s and make music there,
Yeah.
because it was a time where people weren't really afraid to try and experiment with new things.
Yeah.
Uh,
And they
and
weren't really afraid of like getting canceled or something.
exactly, because
Yeah.
getting canceled actually was a good advertisement for them. I mean,
Yes, yes, exactly.
so yeah, I mean, and it was when all these big icons today, you could actually see them at the peak of their career back then,
Yeah.
like Queen, Madonna,
Yeah.
all those kinds of all those bands and artists.
Yeah. I agree.
The Mall. I mean, the Mall, it used to have like a huge meaning
Oh, the
back then.
wall?
Well, back in the 80s, there was no internet, so the only
Yeah.
place to be with your friends and do lots of stuff was the shopping mall.
Yes, yes, exactly. Exactly. Um, okay. Would you rather work with your least favorite artist for one whole project or have one session with your favorite artist?
Mm. One session with my favorite artist, because it would be a huge like, maybe it would be a basis to build on things.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
exactly.
would actually set up a good foundation to learn and absorb all this information, all the inspiration, and the way that my favorite artist writes. and get inspired from them and build up on myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly. Hold on. Okay. Would you rather write on this one song for a long time and it become a success, or multiple songs and just a few people would listen to the songs? It's kind of similar to the first question I asked you, but
that's hard. That's a hard question. Hmm. It's not it doesn't have much to do with the one hit wonder, because like I said, it's an easy way to the top.
yeah.
uh but you know what, I'll pick the second option. You know why? Because a few people have messaged me, and they told me, you're my secret artist that I listen to that nobody else knows. And
Yes. This is
and
always a cute comment if you read it
yeah,
somewhere.
it's really cute, and it kind of makes me feel unique.
Yeah.
That it's really nice to hear people that can relate to my music and feel it close to them.